what's so crazy when we was kids, but when we was kids though, we didn't trip off that stuff.
Right.
We were at those places even, but we found out though that they're dangerous.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? As you got older, to go get food there, like. You might want to call it in and be in and out. Some people go there.
DoorDash before DoorDash.
Seriously, it's been so many people that have tried to go to just. They talking about Roscoe's Louisiana chicken.
Oh my God.
Why is it always in a dangerous area? Like
time.
my gosh,
The danger
like
make it taste better though. If you keep
it do. You gotta send a camouflage in there to go get your Louisiana. Oh my God, it's dangerous.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Back one more time for the KXNG and Crooked podcast. Y'all know what we do. We review dope albums, dope bars, and dopeness in general.
Yeah.
Today, we bringing it back home. We're going to break down that Victory Lap album by the great Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. And man, the impact that had on the culture overall, and especially out here in Cali, bananas. I mean, it's like vibes of, when Dog and them dropped the Chronic. You know what I'm saying? Almost, because it was a very highly anticipated album after all the mixtapes that he did, and man, he didn't disappoint at all. I mean, from the kickoff.
Ooh, the kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man, came in throwing daggers. He came in throwing daggers at the audience, but the daggers was wrapped in street game and independent entrepreneurship type shit.
Talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, them shits was piercing your heart. He was talking that talk. He was talking heavy, as they say.
Yeah.
Heavy talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk to me nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's real.
Took you on the ride. It was like you was in the passenger seat riding through South Central with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The vibes was very much felt. And honestly speaking, this album really showed, you heard the growth in him lyrically, musically. Like, you could tell the influences he had, musically.
You
like,
could.
You could hear it. Like, he said he listened to Rick Ross because he teach him wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rick Ross still talking about wealth today. If you're not listening, pay attention. He's doing that still, But it was like he was actually putting a blueprint together to really make some big moves happen.
He was on his way.
He was
on his way.
He was shaping the city for real. Yeah.
Teaching wealth, and the line before that.
They killed Dr. Sebi.
Dr. Sebi
for teaching health.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one that hit me too. Like,
he was pulling coats.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't, man. Information is king. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of MCs and lyricists and songwriters would benefit from filling their heads and minds with information. You know what I mean?
Right.
And expressing it the way you feel, though. You know what I mean? But, dropping Sebi, that's just hardcore to me because what Sebi represented, you know what I mean? And I remember when I first met Sebi, he was, I can't tell you how old he was, but he was gray-haired for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all gonna think I'm lying, but that man did a front flip. That man was so in shape and healthy at that age that he did a front flip.
Standing still.
Man. I'm like, yo.
Wow. I'm like,
Sebby, man. Rest in peace to the doc, cause you know, and rest in peace, Lisa Left Doc, cause she brought him through to meet everybody and get everybody on the label when I was on the road, get everybody health right. You feel me?
Oh,
Like,
that was dope.
yeah, she was on that kind of frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he pulled up, and man, he broke it down, man, and he talked about, you know, his court ordeal with having a cure for HIV and things like that, and I asked him, I'm like, well, how do you do it? And he was telling me, like, you just got to remove the mucus from the body because that's what the disease attaches itself to. And he was like, you know, it's not an easy thing to remove all the mucus. It takes a while, but he said, I know how to do it. And I was like, wow. I remember going back to the city like, man, I just met somebody that's on a whole nother level. So when, you know what I mean, I heard him drop that reference in the joint, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm rocking with this off top.
No doubt. He was woke. He was real woke.
Yeah, and what Pitchfork called it the most gripping album in his catalog.
Yeah,
it was
everything. It felt like he was saying everything with his chest.
Right.
Throughout the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me nice. He was saying everything, like everything that came out his mouth. It was so much confidence and so much passion behind what he was saying. It was like you had to feel it.
Yeah,
you know, if you don't feel it, you probably never witnessed nothing in your life, you know?
Because he was hitting it from so many different angles, you know, and I was digging the way that he would take you, like I said, on a ride with him through the city, but at the same time, he could step back and he could make some party shit at the same time, too. You know what I mean? Like, you know, last time that I checked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When, you know, that, I'm sure, you know, that then came on at a lot of functions and, you know what I mean? That he was talking that shit. You know what I mean?
That's a certified LA bop.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That's a timeless joint right there. That gets played like it's gonna be last time that I checked, G'd up. You know, that's it. That's the timeless right there.
It's something that for him to be able to transition like that without I know that we've all experienced in our careers certain individuals that would try to create a project and make sure that they had this political song on there and this song for the women and this song for the club and this song for the homies and you know what I mean? He transitioned seamlessly into that jam, like, you know, I can make y'all swing too. Yeah. Don't get it fucked up. I can talk this hood shit real swell and this money shit, but you know what I'm saying? I know how to get the party cracking too. You know what I mean? And
putting YG on there was like, I felt like that was a necessary collab.
Right.
That's what YG was doing
at
the time. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was a very essential collaboration right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And very intelligent for them two to come together and rock out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was, like I said, man, certified LA bop, you know? Period.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Nah, that's real.
Yeah, no doubt. YG showed up. Shout out.
He showed up on that one.
Sure.
Now, I really like two rap niggas.
Yeah.
Let me
rap niggas.
I was like, speak that shit because you need to put that out there. That shit need to be in surround sound because it's man. How many can relate to that one?
Right.
Oh my God. Yo, listen, man. When I first heard rap niggas, I felt the energy of a South Central bout it. You know what I'm saying? And then when he dropped that Master P reference, I was like, man, he might have felt
he knew what he was doing. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Yeah.
It was just like, it was just in your face.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The song was in your fucking face. Like, yo, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, And sometimes you gotta be on that. Like,
you do.
We've been on that as a people since playing the dozens back in the early 1900s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like talking shit and popping your collar is just like in our DNA. You know what I mean?
Period.
And he killed it, man. And that beat was going off. Now, I saw an interview where he talked about rap niggas, and he said that, by the way, Puff had a lot of influence over this album.
Did he?
Yeah, he was what Nip called the executive composer, because he came in, he listened, he gave advice. On the particular song, Rap Niggas, Nip said that they had the song mixed and mastered, and they was hype about it, and they brought it in, and they was like, push play on Puff. And Puff was like, it's dope, but it's missing something. And he said they was a little bit deflated, like, what you mean? We all hype about this joint.
Right.
And he said Puff was like, it's kind of missing something. And Puff went and pushed play on Natural Born Killers. And Nip said Natural Born Killers was just knocking on another level in comparison to Rap Niggas.
Right.
So they went back into the lab and they said, we got to turn this up a notch. You know what I'm saying? And that high line that we always used to use, that moog, that
moog,
that high
the
pitch.
ever-present moog.
Yeah. He said, that part only came in the hook. But to make it more in your face, they just let it run through the whole song. And, these are those kind of decisions that they made after getting, some game from Puff, because at the end of the day, he got an ear for hits.
He does.
You know what I'm saying?
Undeniable ear for hits.
Yeah, so, I found that very interesting that, not only was Puff doing ad-libs and talking on the joint Young Niggas, but he was also instrumental in the creation of it. And he even said, Nip gave him the power to say, hey, I think you should take these songs off the album. And he took some of the songs off because Puff was like, yo, you got a classic, and a lot of legends don't even got a classic. He said, I've been riding to this whole project. You take these couple off, that's a certified classic.
Big.
And you know why Puff got involved with that shit to me? Crenshaw.
You believe that?
I believe the dust that Nip kicked up with Crenshaw got everybody's attention.
Right.
And I believe that, going into Victory Lap, he was on a wave that was just crazy. He had everybody
that he had created for himself.
That he created for himself.
Yeah.
With people like Shaq. LeBron playing his music with people like, you know what I mean? All these tastemakers and influencers playing his music. You know what I mean?
You still hear that in the stadiums when they balling to this day. You know what I mean? That's like the rap and pre-game, the hip hop music. That's motivation.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's motivate. Speaking of motivate, hustle and motivate. Hustle and motivate. Yeah, you know what I mean? He was covering all the bases, man. That's why I say I like how he transitioned seamlessly from, one subject into the next, but he never ventured outside the lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. And, before he dropped this project, the anticipation for it was so large. Like, I was still behind the wall when he was doing this stuff with the mixtapes and all that. So, when I got out the hole, I went to the hole for something and did a couple of months, came out the hole. So I hit one of my little homies. I was like, slide me some music down here, you know what I'm saying? And, let me knock some shit tonight, get back reacclimated to the main line and all this. And he sent me like 2 Nip mixtapes. And he was like, I'm telling you, big homie, it's right here. Man, this nigga right here, cuz. I'm like, okay. So I heard it. I was like, okay, this good music. You know what I'm saying? I can fuck with it. But like Yak said, every album, just every project that he did, it just got bigger and bigger. And this was like the grand finale. It was like orchestral music and all this. He had all the elements of a classic. And you just sharing that information about Puffy's influence on it. Man, he done made classics.
For real.
For real. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was like you knew he was the next up and coming.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You knew he was because the way the streets felt him. And like you say, it was wise for him to put YG on that song because even the Bloods felt him. And they, you know, it was like he represented his hood to the fullest. But, you know, he didn't ostracize nobody just based on, you know, I ain't supposed to get along with this fool, so, you know, I'm over here set tripping, I'm going to push it like this. No, he embraced the culture, and by embracing the culture in his music, that made him an even bigger icon, you know.
Talk to me nice.
Yeah,
That shit is, man, that is real. Everything you just said, I agree with 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
That shit was so crazy, man.
You know, I was off that Blue Laces, too.
Ooh, that beat, too. That beat.
Yeah, you throw that on. You throw that on, boy, to tilt your head back with a big old fat blunt. Man, look, man.
You gotta
Look, man. Hey, that foreign emblem on the steering wheel, you in a whole nother world. You're in a whole other world. And it's banged out, too. You know what I'm saying? And it's banged out. So that's what made him so special, though. He just did him. You know what I mean? He, you know, he had comparisons. You know, he looked like Snoop, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever else, whatever any other comparisons they made about him to anybody else that was in the game, he carved out his own lane for himself, and he really did it by motivation. I'm sure you remember when we first used to be riding, we used to be banging the music when I came home and all that. I was like, man, I like this dude because he always on some motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He trying to tell you to get it, to have it, what it's like to be there. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with it. At the same time, this is where I'm from, this is what I do, this who I am, but I got the blueprint, and I'm going to show y'all I got the blueprint. And like he say, you know, I can make you my protege if you just follow the script. You know what I mean? And he was just giving game, and I went to one of his concerts at the Observatory in Anaheim, and while I was looking for parking, it was just, you know, because I went on, you know, not no celebrity shit. I'm just finna go fuck with the little homie and, you know, check him out while he do his thing. Man, I walked through that parking lot. I seen blacks. I seen Mexicans. I seen Asians. I seen white folks. I mean, I seen Indians. You know what I mean? I'm like, he brought everything out. And they was trying to get up in there to see him do his thing. And he rocked it. You know, I stayed for the show. I mean, it was live. And he had a special touch on the pulse of the people.
Yes. Absolutely.
You know, he like you know, my daughter would probably say, and you know, others that really took to him, he was today's Tupac.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
You know,
and we can't, like, when the younger folks say that kind of stuff. Sometimes when I'm on Twitter or I'm on social media having rap conversations, a lot of the older, you know, culture heads and things of that nature, they're like, nah, you can't compare, you can't do this, you can't do that. But you know, if the younger people, they wasn't there for Tupac, they didn't understand. You know, this is the only thing that they can compare to it, the only thing they know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel it on such a high level that they see how we felt Pac on such a high level.
Right.
And that's the only thing they can compare it to. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's not a bad comparison when you think about it, because
not at all.
Because while he might not have had the revolutionary upbringing that Pac did. He had a revolutionary and militant upbringing in the streets that he had to survive in. So his militancy was expressed in a different, in a different tone and in a different vein. You know, it was more street knowledge and survival in circumstances where you could easily lose your life dealing with, you know, the travails of urban society. But at the same time, you know, what he served, you could feel it in your soul because you understood it so clearly. It was what you lived and experienced on a daily basis.
He drew it up like Picasso. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yes,
He drew it
yes.
up like
As an
Picasso.
artist, that's just what
You
he
know
did.
I'm saying? Like, it was, man, it's crazy. Like, one of my favorites on there is Dedication.
I was just about to say that one.
Right.
That is, he showed up on Dedication was a great one.
What?
That was a huge,
Dedication.
huge record.
I said, woo.
Yeah.
He was talking so much boss shit on there. I was like, man, this is crazy. That hook, that beat.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick came in and
Yeah.
destroyed it like he was supposed to. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right. Yeah,
That
he
showed
used
his
all the right
versatility.
pieces. He used all his pieces that he used them exactly the way he was supposed to.
Yes, because all too often we get an album and we hear a song, you know, with some artists that we've been waiting to collab. Like, I can't wait till these two get a joint. And then the joint is not really, it don't live up. It look good on paper.
Right.
Wow,
That's a saying. That's a saying. It looks good on paper.
It looks good on paper, but y'all didn't pull it off. But that collab was everything it needed to be. It's timeless. That's a timeless collab.
Yeah.
That's the one you searching for when you do a song with somebody that's, you know, been anticipated to be on a project with you. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of joint you do. And he was just going bananas, but you could feel the passion in his storytelling on that joint that, you know, he made a lot of sacrifices to get where he at, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the messages in his motivational music that people need to pay close attention to because it's fucking real. You got to make a lot of sacrifices if you want to claw and scratch and climb up to the top of the mountain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You're going to
real.
lose sleep. You're going to lose relationships. You're going to lose time. You're going to lose energy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people ain't willing to make that kind of a move. They'll settle for a mediocre life and just, you know, get on that pillow and go to sleep.
That comfort
"Fuck
pillow,
it,"
huh?
and get in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
You feel me? But when you listen to Dedication, you hear his dedication.
You
know what I'm saying?
I believe bro sold his car or something to buy his studio equipment.
Yeah, man. Like, that's what you supposed to
You know what I
do.
mean?
Yeah.
You know, he was like, this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. I did this show called One Shot on BET in 2015. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was like a rap talent show that went around the world, whatever, went around America, looking for the new rappers and all that type. And some of those people that stood in that line for 5 hours to get to audition, I would come out and talk to some of them. One person told me they sold all their furniture in their living room to be there. Feel me?
What?
They sold all their furniture in their living room to buy the ticket, and they rode the bus, homie. They didn't have a plane ticket. They rode the bus. They just had enough to ride the bus back and forth and get a hotel room and eat and you know what I mean, get around the town while they was in town.
My goodness.
And just that story, I'm like, I hope you spit flames because we want to see you on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want to see you on the stage, and it take a lot of dedication like that, man. That's why I really appreciate that joint. You know, it's like, it's crazy. And then, you know, like I said, Kendrick was spilling game too. And I like the fact that Nip got a little melodic on the hook. I really like that because it showed artistry.
It did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I tell Yak when she do that sometime, I'll be like, I appreciate your daring, you know what I'm saying, to try different things because, it's certain things that I would kind of be hesitant to try because it wouldn't fit Tray Deee.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I put those kind of limitations on myself or restrictions or whatever you want to call it based on my perception of my import to my fan base and those that are listening to me and tuning in. Like, I don't want them to feel like, oh, Tray Deee trying this new shit, man. That shit ain't bullshit. That shit sound like bull. Why you do that to us, Tray Deee? I don't never want to be in that position. Like, why you do that to us?
Why you do that?
You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that loaded bass is on there too, though, man. That's a cold joint on there too. Yeah, he wasn't playing, man. Song for song, you know what I mean? It's like it took you on a different journey. You know what I mean? And just reporting on what it takes to actually become great and believing in yourself and all. I mean, he just pushed all the right buttons, man. You know what I'm saying? And actually meeting him and chilling with him a couple of times and getting on stage with him. He invited us on stage when he had Power 106. He had a show on Power 106, and he brought me and Goldie Loc out there to get down with him on stage. And it was wonderful, how everything came together. And just seeing his energy up there and the response that he got from the people. And, he just really loved who he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. And he made everybody feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I remember the first time I met Nip, he gave me a mixtape. He gave me a mixtape in Hollywood. I was coming out of somewhere in Hollywood, and I was solo bolo dolo. And, you know what I'm saying? He was like, Crook. I turned around. I was like, oh, what's up, homie? He's like, yeah, man, my name Nipsey. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan. I got this tape. I want you to check it out. But I need you to really check it out, bro. I said, no, I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And, we kicked it for a second and, dapped up and I pieced out. And I got this thing. When people give me demos and tapes and CDs and hard drives and all that shit throughout my whole career, I got a big-ass couple of boxes full of them because I feel like it's bad luck to just toss them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
And, I bumped it, and I was like, oh, shit. It's a new one out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a new one out here.
Serious about what he doing.
Yeah. And it was dope, man. And every time I seen him, we kicked it for a minute, did our thing and all that. Last time I seen him, we was he was performing at an Adidas event. DJ Head was spinning in there. You know what I'm saying? My man Tajay was in there too, my homie JC. And we was outside kicking it with him and all that and just, showing that West Coast love, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Showing that West Coast love that we need more of. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's just sometimes I wish the camera was around just so people could hear those conversations and see what it looked like when artists have more camaraderie for each other and try to, you know what I mean, and really root for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, dog, he was a special dude, and I could tell he read a lot of books, even in the Victory Lap album. You know what I mean? Like some of the quotes, I read those quotes somewhere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I could tell that he was filling his mind with knowledge.
Yeah. My daughter bought a book for me for my birthday. I think the guy's name is Adam Grant or something like that. It's a book called Originals, and it's a good book. It's a very good book, and she said it was one of the books that was on his book list, you know, before he slid out. And it's a heavy book, man.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, it's called Original. It's a great book. I'm taking my time savoring it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like his energy and his approach to music. He was almost like a rock star before he even made it all the way up to his full ascension. Yep. He was already a rock. He was anointed by the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for him to be able to come from where he came from, and you know, he was from a real gang.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not just the rinky dink baby boys on the block,
hey,
man, know, or whatever.
Baby boys trying to do it, man.
He was from one of the real notorious gangs.
What the heck is that?
So, yeah, for him to be able to stand tall and get through that, like he say, last time that I checked, wasn't no smut on my rep. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
certified on the set. It's like
smut on the rep thing.
It's
not good.
People don't make it. A lot of people don't make it out their teens or out their 20s. You know what I'm saying? With a stellar reputation that's in that lifestyle. Right. You know, so for him to be able to hold that and to still be as dope as he was, and to still, you know, to have that radiance about himself among the people, and that bond that the people had with him, it was like it was no way that he was going to be able to be stopped. Right. It was no way. Right. It was same with Tupac.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tupac, rest in peace, he would have stayed here. He's still been here, lived to 25. He lived to 25. He'd have lived to 30, 35, 40. I think he probably would have been hip-hop's first billionaire. And it was just a lot that was ahead of him that would nobody been able to withhold from him, because the people wanted him there. This hour of KXNG and Crooked was brought to you by Lil Belize Restaurant at 217 East Nutwood Street in Inglewood, California. Make sure y'all check it out for the best eats in town.
For a taste of Caribbean cuisine, visit Little Belize Restaurant located at 217 Nutwood Street in Inglewood, California. Enjoy appetizers, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Serve our delicious food at your next party or event. Our catering menu is perfect for weddings, picnic, holiday parties, or company banquets. Give us a call at 310-674-0696.
Yeah.
You know,
Can't go against the people.
no.
We the people.
You'll lose every time going against the people.
Yeah, they say don't give yourself a title. Let the people do it. You got to. I mean, it'll be automatic. It's not forced. It makes it all the better. You know. So, but
make $1 million while you young.
That part.
That
sucker
particular
proof.
part.
We all trying to be sucker proof around here. You know what I'm saying? But that's another song. Like, there was really no skippers.
Yeah.
On Victory Lap, like, you know, and skippers is just, we call them out.
It went platinum.
And exactly, it went platinum.
Yeah.
So it's one of those push play and ghost. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Push play and ghost. Grinding all my life. That was probably one of my favorite.
Grinding all my life.
I wasn't mad at the radio for wearing that out.
Oh, no.
You know that? That's one song that I didn't get tired. I don't get tired of hearing. You know, I'm on Pandora, whatever I'm doing. That song come on, I ride that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that
that's one of my favorites too.
Because
that's on repeat.
Subject matter, you know what I mean? It just lets you know what you got to do to make it there. You know, he walk what he talk, man, and it ain't too many people that do that, and we know that by being in the game so long and being around, you know, different levels of the game, it gets shakier the higher you get. You know what I mean? And
that's that motivational joint. You know what I'm saying? That if you don't feel like getting up and maybe going to the gym, or you don't feel like going to work, you throw that on. You know
yeah.
Get moving.
You get moving,
Get
man.
moving fast.
And that's the beauty of music. If it's done right, it can move you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It will move you if it's done right.
Yeah. You know, that one, man, he was talking some shit. It's hard for me to listen to that one. Now, after, you know, he transitioned, because there's some lines in there that's just like
prophetic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I know one of them joints he was talking about Stevie Wonder singing at his rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of them joints he kind of prophesized that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know that I heard that, I was like, wow. You know, wifey like, you know, you really got to be careful about what you put out there in the atmosphere, and that's true. You know,
words become things.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes you just expressing what you feel in the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know.
That's when your best music come from. Like,
yeah,
really from here. Yeah, as opposed to, I have to make a song for the club. Okay, so what are we doing in the club now? Like, if you didn't just leave the
What's
club.
the lingo today in the club? And
if you didn't just leave the club and it puts you in the club vibes where I don't think the song gonna really come out hot. Like, it's gonna be forced. Like Jay-Z used to say, forced music is whack.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. Like,
you can't be aiming records all the time. I'm aiming for this. I'm aiming for that.
Let me
you
see if it
stick.
Yeah.
And a lot of them is coming out of pure imagination. You know what
True,
I'm saying?
Right.
True. Not pure imagination.
You know what I mean? Like a nigga walk in the booth, can't pay his fucking bills, down on his luck, can't pay his fucking rent, and his lights, his phone bill, his car note is, behind. And going there talking about, I'm in the club with 2 bottles of champagne, diamonds on my neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's
Real.
like, it's just pure fucking, you just relying on your imagination at that point. And it's like, to aim a record instead of waiting until you feel like, all right, man, I'm kind of cool. I'm about to go in a club. You go in a club. You catch a vibe like, oh shit, I'm gonna make a record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, instead of waiting to do that, it's like Yak just said, forcing all of these records, and then a lot of real sophisticated listeners can tell that it was forced.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then you try to get a complimentary collaboration to make your jam make sense.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now you're trying to really push it.
Yeah, that's that cookie cutter.
Don't do that. That's
Don't
a tip for the day for new artists. Don't do that. Let the vibe. That's why I'm not mad at the vibe songs. Let me tell you, I'm not mad at vibey music, because a vibe is something that is catchy. You can feel that. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's still mood. It's still, you know what I mean? So
Everything has its place.
yeah,
And it's time.
It does.
Yeah, and it's time. That's real.
Time, you know what I'm saying?
It
Because if you in the club, you not trying to hear, somebody doing too much lyrical acrobatics on a slow ass drum beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's not the place for this.
It's
Right.
not. It's not. You gotta turn on something else, please.
We got to salute that double up too. Dom Kennedy came on there. They swung that.
Yeah. I mean, he had Marsha Ambrosia on there.
Yeah.
Real big.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah, he reached for the stars
he
on that. He did
CeeLo
on
Green
that
on
project.
Loaded Bases.
CeeLo
Come on,
Green.
man.
Yeah.
Like, this album was really.
Star-studded.
It was exactly. It was a real like, as we
Coronation.
say, body of work.
It was a
And
coronation.
it was a testament to his grind.
Yeah.
It was a real testament to his mixtape grind, to his show grind, to his dedication to the art and the craft. Because, like I said, you don't just get all those celebrity influencers bumping your shit for free.
No.
No,
know
not
what I'm
at
saying?
all.
No.
Not at all.
You know, they was bumping that shit like they grew up with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that's
On the
a
way
testament.
down all the way
Yeah.
down the Russell Westbrook sea walk.
Man, you feel me? Like,
Wow.
like it's, if you could capture, you know, the culture on the West Coast culture, if you could capture it, and I don't care, it's a multi-level culture. You got your banging, you got your hustling, you got your athletes, you got your entrepreneurs,
got your hippies.
you got your hippies. You know what I mean? You got a whole lot in there. And if you capture any one of those levels that I just said the right way, it will resonate with people, and you will have Westbrook C walking on stage.
Right.
That's what it is. And it's like he was himself on this album.
Yeah.
And he never got out of character.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And you could feel it when somebody is being super intentional about expressing who they are. You know what I mean? And they ain't trying to portray something, or they ain't trying to wear a mask for the fucking industry and for the marketing purposes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just being themselves, but they know how to express who they are to a certain level. So it's like, yo, he was himself throughout the whole shit. You felt it, I felt it, the world felt it, and it's always, man, it's just like, damn. I got a Nipsey poster in a frame in my office at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I got him. I got Pimp a Butterfly album cover.
Right.
I got Rakim Allah. I got Jay. I got Big. I got Pac. I got Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be the youngest addition and have that, you know what I'm saying, have that fucking piece of my wall, because I'm not no type of dude that follow trends musically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I listen and say, yo, okay, I fuck with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it take a lot for me to put people on my wall of fame in my own home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not on no starstruck shit. I'm not on none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I gotta put a Nip up here. I gotta do it.
He belongs.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he belongs.
He belongs.
Yeah.
I got the Marshall Mathers up there too for
Yeah.
all the stands that follow me.
Yeah.
Y'all know I got Marshall up
Hey,
there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He deserve it too. Yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, yo, man, it feels good to have good representation. I've always been a team player when it comes to the West Coast, even when the West wasn't a team player with me.
Right.
Feel
Right.
me? Like
Real-
everywhere I
real
went around
facts.
the world, I threw the W up. You know what I mean? I don't care if I was in Germany. I don't care if I was in Japan. I don't care if I was in Paris. I threw that W up proud.
Right.
Feel me?
Right.
And I love people and artists who are a great representation of the West Coast, and that's what he was. And it was a time where it was like, no disrespect to nobody else, but let him tell the story right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. He's relaying it with the best clarity.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and ain't missing the beat. And
No,
he giving you
not
game
all.
at the same
Not
time.
at all. Yeah, especially with what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, stay in tune, get the updates. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
It was, gave you a little bit of that Ice Cube feel to a degree on how to survive in South Central.
Right.
How to survive in South Central.
And
place where
just
busting
a
the
cap
cap
is
is
fundamental.
All right, go ahead.
So yeah, it definitely gave you all those vibes. And then like, okay, I'm doing this, I did this, but now it's time to do this. We did that already. Now it's time to do this. Let's take it to the next level. And I love that he created a movement to take with him.
Right.
That's something I've always wanted to do. You know what I mean? That was so dope, because now those guys are still pushing the line right now, trying to keep, keeping that legacy alive. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely say that. So
Crazy.
the marathon is crazy.
I went to a meeting. I think I was on Melrose somewhere, and I pulled up to the parking meter, and it was a sign. And it said, exclusive marathon drop on the rooftop at 6 p.m. today. A big-ass sign. And I was on Melrose somewhere. I'm like, man, the marathon ain't playing no games. Talk to me nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I pull up right here. He got the sign up. You go to the rooftop and get exclusive marathon gear. I'm talking about varsity jackets. You know them things going for a band apiece.
Nice.
Yeah.
Support the movement.
Yeah, that's just that impact.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That album did double platinum.
Double
Platinum. Certified.
Hopefully it'll be diamond one day because it's a whole lot of priceless information contained in there as well.
To think with somebody that like went from a real like independent like push to actually getting that position and then getting into a nice situation where it's like, okay, look, we really believe in this because we see you making moves, and then it to go double platinum with him just being himself. Not, you need to be like this. You need to make songs like this. You should cater to, you should dress like this. You should, you know what I mean? Like, to me, that is the formula. You have to let an artist be them, because what attracted you to that artist? In the first place.
He say, I want it all. Word in them offices, I want it all. Yeah. He wasn't playing no games.
And
you know what I'm saying?
$1,500 or nothing, right? On the sounds, on a lot of those, or what?
Oh wait, let me see, because it was a nice.
Whoever it was, they complimented the shit out of his flow.
Yeah, they did. It was a little plethora of plethora of producers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a plethora of producers. A nice plethora.
Yeah, so he wasn't gonna let them dictate how he did his thing.
He had musicians on this thing. See,
that's another thing.
Yeah,
musicians, boy.
Yeah, musicians is playing on this. People playing. You know, he had Battle Cat on the talk, but you know, Battle Cat is just
Battle Cat.
He had somebody. He had people on the
BC
keyboards.
Powder.
Mike Keys on bass arrangement. Rance on the keyboard. 1500. Uncle Chuck on the guitar. Like, these are just musicians. Like, he was really trying. That's what I'm saying. Big records. Like, he was like, okay, I get to do it big. This is what I want. Mm-hmm. This is what I want.
Yeah, he set the stage for it.
Yeah, and this is how I can stay in my lane, and I'm finna show y'all that the shit I make is dope.
Right.
And my boys is dope.
Right.
Because they got the showcase. And usually when the majors get behind you, they be real funny about showcasing people that we didn't sign them. Like, you know they're not on the agreement.
Yeah, and all his squad got equal shine that he wanted to give them.
That's what I'm saying. We're not pushing that. We're pushing you. Like, people don't even know. You couldn't do that. Yeah, not paying for that. Yeah. You got them on paperwork. Oh, until then. Yeah.
Or they better be a name. They better have a large name, and it's going to be like, oh, great, you got him on the song?
And they're willing to pay for that.
How can we not pay for it?
Oh, yeah,
they're willing to pay for that.
Go get somebody out the blue that's popping that you never met for 2 seconds in your life and be like, hey, let's put him on your hard-ass album that you've been working on all your life. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dog, I don't know this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, just because he hot, I got to put him on the album? See, I was never with that kind of shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done had
we missed a few
arguments.
collabos, too, based on that. It's like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if he hot. I don't even know that dude, man. Who is he? What if he come in here and some of his fucked up energy get on me?
Right.
That part. Oh,
right.
yeah, we don't want
or
to
some of his suspect bars
Suspect.
bring my song down. You know what I mean?
Down.
That. Oh, like especially like if you do a feature with somebody and they put somebody else on the song that you
didn't authorize.
You like,
huh?
Huh? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You said you.
Them mostly hood features. You know, you do them hood features and you know, the homie.
No, them ain't even just hood features, because I could say some people have been legit in the hood and just okay.
No, but I'm saying, well, when you get down with somebody of note, the chances of them just throwing a random dude on there that ain't gonna come and do his thing is a little bit slimmer than when somebody done got up the bread to pay your feature fee And it's like, oh, we got Tray Deee on this song. And it's like, oh, let me get 8 boys on there. Let me get 12. Let me get, let me get a 16. And now you got 8 more people on the song, and you just did this song with this one cat. And now it's 8 more people on the song.
Yo.
Yeah.
And your verse right in the middle.
And you, I hate when somebody pay me to do a feature, and I walk into the studio and I see a bunch of motherfuckers with pens and pads that I don't know, and they out there writing to the beat too, and I'm like you just said, like you said you want to do a song with me. I mean, who is all these motherfuckers in the studios with pen and pad, and what the fuck do they sound like?
Right. And I didn't come here to find out.
And now we're not gonna even play. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? I left something in my car. You know, Ghost. Yes.
Not the twin pipes.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So that's the etiquette. All you guys out there that's getting your bread up and getting your favorite rappers on the song, it is music creation etiquette to say, hey, how would you feel about being on a song with X, Y, and Z? And let the artist that you are paying to be on the song express how they feel about it. You know, don't just jam people all on the song together.
Yeah.
They might not even rock with each other. What if they don't even rock with each other? And then you get messing around and you on the song, you getting dissed on the low. They take a shot.
Well, I'm sure that didn't happen too. I'm sure that didn't happen.
Oh, no, it has happened.
Yeah.
I think we seen it in the forefront. I can't really recall, so I ain't going to name no names, but I know it happened. We'll bring that back later.
Yeah, they'll try to sneak dish you on a whole jam that you on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, but like you said, he was definitely able to bring in, you know what I mean, his team, his crew, and I'm glad. Oh man, I hear the ghetto bird outside, man.
Damn, I thought we went farther enough away. Well, we gonna have to worry about that.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we ain't, goddamn.
Gotta move out of Cali, huh?
You gotta get
They
out.
on the hunt. They on the hunt, baby.
Man, we ain't nothing like you rap niggas.
None.
It's so dope though, like he was able to do that, and that his team is still moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shouts out to his brother. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Sam, Cobby, Cuzzy, Stone, everybody.
Pac-Man, the Gunman, rest in peace, G.I. Joe.
Definitely. Like, you know, shout out to all y'all.
Yeah, I fuck with this whole camp, man, for the most part.
You know what's so dope? We gotta mention this, man. When Hove bought all them mixtapes from him, that shit was fly.
That was fly. That was some fly shit.
That was real dope. Real dope. And that was straight independent. What was a mixtape?
Yeah, independent, $100.
Was $100 holla?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Hove came in and supported that. And you know, I feel like that hustler spirit is contagious and real recognized real.
And especially from a hustler, a fellow hustler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was big, man. That was big. All too often, people from outside of California show the people inside of California how they should move. Sometimes we got to start really, you know what I mean, doing what we supposed to do. Because, you know, I'm happy Hove did it, but it's a lot of y'all that could have did that that's next door to Nip. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. You know, but yeah.
He got a lot of support in other ways from a lot of artists out here. I can say, you know,
I will say
when he blew the horn, you know, a lot of artists, major artists out here didn't hesitate to, you know, come, you know, stand beside him or assist him on whatever he had going on, and always acknowledged him as a force that was up and coming, you know, and I give him that. He wasn't generally shunned by the higher ups in the artist field out here.
Right.
You know, but I agree with you at the same time that we can adopt a lot of things that be shown to us in the form of love from outside of California and work it amongst ourselves. You know, it's a learned condition that we have to unlearn. You know what I mean? Because, you know, that's, you know, striving for that number one position, especially out here on the West Coast. You don't have as much access to ascending to the throne as you would back east, because they support their people real heavily out there. Once they get a buzz and get something cracking and going on, you know, it's nothing for them to call this hot artist for a collaboration, this hot artist for a producer. But out here, it seems like you got to run the gauntlet, you know what I mean, until, you know, you able to make them kind of calls and, you know, holler at somebody in a position that might could help you transcend to the next level. You know what I mean?
And that's the reason why he was special, because he was able to do that. You know what I mean? And like I say, them tapes, man, them tapes was talking to the streets. You know what I mean? And then, you know, that Crenshaw was a genius marketing strategy.
It was.
That Crenshaw on that sweatshirt was ingenious. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was brilliant, because the average person might think, oh, man, who gonna wear the street I'm on they shit, and they not even from here, or they not blah, blah, blah. Nah, that ain't gonna stop them.
He was smart, though, because that's also their school.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's our school, like.
Yeah, I know.
So the calligraphy and everything, the calligraphy and everything, the font. That's
you went to Crenshaw, you knew this cougar.
Imagine somebody in Australia wearing it because of the school.
not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. They gonna wear it. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
Good point, Crook. Good
No,
point.
we do.
Good point, Crook.
Crew necks.
Good point.
Definitely
Good
on that
point.
one. When you say worldwide and stuff like that, but it definitely was already like it was dope for him to magnify it, but Crenshaw had already like been popular.
But he made it street and rap.
Well, yeah, because now you have apparel to sell. They didn't have apparel like that.
Right.
Unless you went to the school,
Exactly.
you could buy it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But
And who was going to the school buying it? You know what I mean? Really. You know, unless you was an athlete or unless you was a proud alumni or something,
exactly.
Yeah, he marketed that. He marketed that to the world in a way.
Definitely.
To where, you know, I've been in, like, when I went to Atlanta, I forgot why I was there. It was a mural of him on the wall in Atlanta, and with the Crenshaw sweatshirt on, and it was people in Atlanta rocking the Crenshaw sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. I'm like,
that's dope.
this is dope.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
Right.
Who would have thought? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got homies in our city that, you know, push the Long Beach Boulevard T-shirt and the Long Beach, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if Snoop was doing it, you know, it would have had that worldwide impact. You feel me?
Got you.
I feel like it was a very smart move for him.
It was.
To see that could go.
It was.
Where it went to.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally
And he bagged it up with the Slauson as well. You can wear the Crenshaw or the Slauson T-shirt. He cornered the market. You know what I mean? Which way you want to take it, east and west or north and south? You know what I mean?
South, baby.
Yeah.
Louisiana.
He had a dope entrepreneurial mind, man.
Everybody knew Louisiana on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yo, it's just too.
I don't even know if it's even still there anymore.
It's probably
My
still
goodness,
there.
They taking away all the high
It's
spots,
probably
man.
still there.
It's too many good restaurant locations in the hoods, man.
It is.
Because Woody's right up the street, too, man. I was right there on Slauson, man. Right up the block.
It's just something about that. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about that. Like,
Man, that Louisiana.
they season it to it.
They get the seasoning, boy.
They get the seasoning, boy. Oh, man.
Like they only make that seasoning in the hood.
Hey, look. You already know. Either
They just
gotta
know
go
how
to
to
the
mix
deep
it
south.
together right.
Yeah, no,
But you know, sometimes you be risking your life trying to go to certain hoods to get a little, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
You be like, nigga, hurry up with that hamburger.
You know what's crazy? And look, what's so crazy when we was kids, but when we was kids though, we didn't trip off that stuff.
Right.
We were at those places eating, but we found out though that they're dangerous.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? As you got older, to go get food there, like. You might want to call it in and be in and out. Some people go there.
DoorDash before DoorDash.
Seriously, it's been so many people that have tried to go to just. They talking about Roscoe's Louisiana chicken.
Oh my God.
Why is it always in a dangerous area? Like
time.
my gosh,
The danger
like
make it taste better though. If you keep
it do. You gotta send a camouflage in there to go get your Louisiana. Oh my God, it's dangerous.
That's a spice
fire.
in itself.
Yeah,
the danger.
man.
Answer your question. Why it tastes so good? Because it's dangerous.
Because it's dangerous.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
dangerous, depending on where you at, man.
That's how
like,
LA is, man. That's how the whole city is. And it's like, yo, these guys are out here making these albums that are trying to tell everybody out there. They're trying to tell you it's real in the field out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people can express that in a way to where, you know, you going to jam to it at the same time and you going to take heed to it too. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, and I think back to Victory Lap, it's just like, yo, he painted that picture and he let you know that it's some smart, intelligent hood dudes in those streets, you know what I mean?
Right,
And
that know how to navigate and know how to bring something up out the mud.
And if given the opportunity, they can make a lot of difference, make a lot of changes, man. I mean,
given an opportunity.
Yeah. Some will.
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about you know, the things that he was doing. Like he was in the community doing shit for the community.
Yeah.
I know he had like a STEM program that he was championing. He's about to make this creative space for all the kids to come through and do things that, you know what I mean, that they interested in.
Different things that they're doing now, staying on top of all the technology to be able to help the kids stay up to date with the new technology. That guy was speaking
All black time
town
forward.
meetings.
All black time forward. It's a special weekend. Yeah, they got Hustle speaking.
At the town meeting.
Town meeting, nigga.
What? Stop it. Like doing stuff like that. So that was real big in itself and stuff. You know, I know it's a lot of artists that tend to do that and that doesn't get enough shine.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't, but gotta put some shine on that because he was, we talking about changing lives and cause that's where you get them. When they're kids, he redid the elementary schools on 2nd Ave. You know, he had I think he even shot a commercial there. You know, but
with the basketball court.
Exactly, painted the whole basketball court. And, you know, my best friend, she lived right across the street from that school. We used to see that school like as soon as you walk outside, you're looking at the yards every day. So just to see like, oh wow, he gave back to the elementary school. And, you know, I mean, he was
that was dope.
Yeah, definitely iconic.
And that's what we do
Definitely
here.
icon.
That's what we're going to do here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that people don't shine light on enough, we going to handle that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it has to be done, and we need more balance. You know what I'm saying? So we can't, you know, they love to put all the negativity and drama out there, but they don't want to talk about the positivity, but we will.
Yeah, we will.
You know what I'm
We definitely going to highlight that.
Yeah. But definitely flowers given and salute to the hustle. Victory Lap is definitely.
How many mics?
How many mics would it have gotten?
How many mics you give it?
5.
5 mics. Talk to me nice.
I do.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timeless. He got it's timeless music on this album. That's different.
Absolutely.
You'll be able to play this 40 years from now and have the same vibe. You're going to be feeling like whatever that time was when it came out.
I hope I'm around 40 years from now to be playing that shit.
Yeah, you heard
Yeah,
me.
God
You heard
willing.
me?
It's the
You know
that's
what
the
I mean?
plan. That's the plan.
That
That's,
is the plan. Listen,
feeling
get some
me?
leafy greens. You gonna be around, D, because you be on your shit, working out all the time.
Exactly. Not to mention, Nipsey was gonna do a series on Dr. Sebi. He was gonna do like a documentary on him. That would have been beautiful.
I think somebody's gonna continue it. I'm not sure, but I
Yeah.
heard that they might be still, continuing to do that. That'll be great.
Yeah, because his wife is still doing a lot of herbal remedies and medicines and counseling for herbal. If you have any type of like certain ailments and different stuff like that, his wife is still active.
Nice.
And you can reach out to her and she could hook you up and stuff like that. Just wanted to give a shout out to that because
That's dope.
we all try to stay on our health thing and stuff like that a lot more now. So, and he was trying to put it to the forefront. This is what we need to start doing, y'all, because I knew that was coming next.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you read.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, go on and give him his props.
He got him. He got him. He still
got him.
got the keys to the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to T-Fly.
Exactly.
Y'all did that. You still got the keys to the city, Nip. Ain't nobody gonna take them from you.
Nah, we locking and we out.
This album was brought to you by Mercedes of Long Beach, 2300 Spring Street in Signal Hill, California. Much love for the support. When you want to ride, fly, check out Mercedes-Benz of Long Beach.